we're gonna be looking at the top 5 best cars on a dusty trip. Let's get right into this. And no, not all of these cars are the fastest cars in the game, but they are still considered the best. So the first car that we're gonna be looking at is actually the helicopters. And even though I always say that the helicopter is like one of the worst cars in the game, it's still considered one of the best. Same with the UFO. The UFO is like the exact same as the helicopter, it's just a different shape. You could also use the minicopter right here, but that goes so much slower. Anyway, let's equip it and I'll show you why it's good. So first off, the helicopter only uses gas, so it doesn't have an engine or a radiator, meaning that you don't have to worry about either of those things. And by using the helicopter, you can technically go AFK. So basically how you use this thing is fuel it up, sit in the seat, click R to turn it on, and then you have to wait like 10 seconds for it to like warm up. And then once it's completely warmed up, you can use E to go up and Q to go down. But anyway, let's just start flying. So the helicopter is one of the best just because it makes everything super easy, which I mean, that's the main reason I don't like it, because I think the helicopter just makes the game a lot more boring, but it still makes the game super easy, meaning that it's one of the best cars. So you can easily fly over everything, so you don't have to worry about crashing into any rocks, and also you can fly over all the landmarks as well. So at the 5,000 meter mark up here is actually the river, and we don't even have to worry about it, we can just fly over it. Same with the ghost town on the desert map. If we don't want to fly like all 100 mutants there, we can easily just fly over it with the helicopter, which that is the main reason why the helicopter is good. And as I said before, you don't have to worry too much about the road, meaning you can easily just be on your phone or watch like YouTube or Netflix while you're just gaining distance, and you don't have to pay attention to the game as much as if you were driving a car. But there are a few downsides, such as the helicopter does go pretty slow. So as we can see, it's only going 100 kilometers per hour, which is pretty slow. Like if we were driving a car, we could probably go like 3 times faster than that. So we could probably reach 100,000 meters like 5 times faster if we were using a car. But if you're just looking for an easy ride, then you can use the helicopter. So coming in 4th place is actually the RV right here, and this is in the top 5 just because it's like the best free-to-play car, because you can fit a ton of people in it and it actually goes pretty fast. So you were actually able to get this for free a few months ago, similar to the radios quest right there. Instead of collecting 10 radios, you would actually collect 25 comic books, and then you would get this car for free. So here it is right here. So it's mainly one of the best cars just for how fast it goes, which of course you could fit the whole lobby in here if you really wanted to, but I haven't really seen anyone use it for that. But the camper van right here is able to hold up to 10 people, which is the maximum amount of people that you can fit into a game. So this is actually one of the best cars for that purpose, just because you can bring the whole lobby with you. So look at this, we've only been driving for like 5 seconds and we're already going faster than most free-to-play cars. Like look at this, we're already going 160, which it does max out at 160. So it's definitely not the fastest car in the game, but I believe it is the fastest free-to-play car. The other free-to-play cars, such as like the Desert Traveler and the Tractor and the Nebula, they all don't go too fast, but the camper van right here does go much faster than them. And also another upside is, since the radiator and engine are right here next to you, you don't even have to hop out of the car to see if you're getting low on those. So overall, the camper van right here is just a super good car to use. But anyway, let's go check out the next one. So coming in 3rd place is actually the Cybertruck right here, and this is one of the best cars just because it has infinite fuel. So for this car, you don't need any gas, water, or oil, meaning you don't really have to stop at any buildings besides for gathering food. So this car does still have an engine, meaning that it still requires power, but it doesn't use gas for its power, and instead it actually uses solar electricity, which is actually pretty cool. So if you go up here, here's our engine right here. So the little green bar signifies how much energy is in our engine, which of course is maxed out right now. So let's just go and toss it in. And here's a solar panel. So this is what we'll use to charge up our engine once it gets low. So we just gotta attach that to the top of our car for now. And now we just hop in. So it's not the fastest car in the game, but it still goes a pretty decent speed. So we just gonna start driving. I believe it maxes out at like 141 or somewhere around there. So let's go and see. And yep, the max speed is 141. So it's definitely not the fastest car in the game, but it's still a pretty decent speed. Also, if you look to the right of that right there, we can see how much power is in our engine. So if that starts getting too low, then we can just hop out and recharge it. So usually whenever I use this car, I just keep driving until it reaches like 10%, and then once it reaches about 10%, I hop out and I charge it. But you can drain it all the way down to 0 if you want to, so you can get to about 20,000 meters before it completely runs out. But anyway, once it starts getting too low, just go and stop your car. And this is probably a bad spot since there's like moons right there, but hopefully they don't attack us. But anyway, once your engine starts getting pretty low, you can just take it out just like this, and you can always check the side to see how much energy is left. So the green bar is how much much energy we have in there, and the red bar is how much energy is gone. So if we want to charge it, we can just grab the solar panel from the top, and we can just grab the orange cable on it, and there we go. So let's go and grab the orange cable, and then we just plug into the side right there. So there we go, and now it will just slowly start charging. So if you zoom in, we should be able to see it charge, and there we go, it went up a little bit. If it's completely drained and if it's at 0%, then it will probably take around 5 minutes to charge. Also, by the way, if you are planning on charging your engine, it does have to be daytime. So if you're trying to charge your engine at nighttime, then it won't work. But anyway, this car is pretty much one of the best cars just because it has infinite fuel. So you can pretty much just get as far as you want to in this car without having to worry about water, oil, or gas, making it one of the best. Anyway, let's go check out the next best car. The second best car in the game is actually the Nightshade car right here. So this car is pretty much the exact same as the Speed Demon, but it actually doesn't overheat. If we use the Speed Demon car, then our engine will actually overheat because the radiator can't cool it down fast enough. But with the Nightshade car, it pretty much goes the exact same speed, but it never overheats, which is actually perfect. So here we go, we fully built the Nightshade car, so let's go and hop in and test it out. So I tested this car a little bit ago, and I believe it actually goes faster than the Speed Demon car, which is actually insane. This car used to not be very good because I believe it used to drain your fuel, but they did fix the gas consumption on this car, meaning that is now one of the best. So as you can see, we only been driving for 10 seconds and we're already zooming, and our speed is still going up like crazy. I believe it maxes out at around 320. It starts to gain speed pretty slowly at around 300. But yeah, as we can see, we are zooming right now, like we are going crazy fast. And there we go, we just passed like 310 now. So yeah, I think this is the fastest car in the game, like even faster than the Speed Demon car. And also, as we can see, our engine isn't overheating, which I think this is actually the fastest I ever went with it. Like we're going 370 right now. Maybe we could reach 400, and no, we crashed. Well, it looks like we were going so fast I like couldn't even control it. But yeah, I believe this is the fastest car in the game, so I'll probably use this car from now on in my videos just because of how good it is, unless they go ahead and release a better car. But anyway, let's jump back to the lobby and let's go and check out the best car in the game. So coming in first place is actually the van right here, and it's in first place mainly just because anyone can use it. So this is a free-to-play car, and everyone in the game has this car, and it's one of the best because you can actually combine it with pretty much any car. So if you go ahead and scroll through here, we can combine it with the tractor. So usually whenever you combine cars with the van, you would take the back two wheels of the car and put them on the back two wheels of the van, and then you'll also take the engine from the car and then put it inside the van, and then the van will go crazy fast. And it works with pretty much any car. So we can do it with the tractor, we can do it with the Rapido car, and we can pretty much do it with any car in the game, and it will make the van go crazy fast, like as fast as the Nightshade car. So this car is one of the best. Another reason why it's one of the best cars is because it's like super fun to use, because we can actually upgrade our engine with this car. With all of the other cars, you aren't able to upgrade your engine, because if you put a different engine in the car, such as a V8 engine, it will actually make it go slower. But with the van right here, if we find a V8 engine and replace our current engine with it, our car would actually go much faster, which I personally think finding different engines around the map actually makes the game a lot more fun. And that's actually why I like using the van, such as we can find the vampire engine as well, and we could toss that in here to make this car go crazy fast. The car does start off quite slow, but once we find different engines around the map, we can make it go crazy fast. I mean, even the starting speed of the van right here isn't too bad. Like the newer free-to-play cars are actually much slower than the van. So we just start driving and we should go faster than the Desert Traveler. So let's just hop on the road and check it out. So as we can see, we're starting off pretty slow. I believe it does max out at 120, and there we go, we're now going 120. So it's definitely not the fastest car in the game, but we're still going a decent speed. And also, if we upgrade our engine to like a tier 2 engine or a V8 engine, then we would go much faster. Like we'll go like 3 times faster if you use a V8 engine instead of this one right here. So we would definitely want to look around the map for those. But anyway, those are the top 5 best cars in a Dusty trip though. That's gonna be all for this video, so make sure to leave a like, subscribe, and turn on post notifications, and I'll see you all in the next video.